Hustle Zone MLK.
King, modern day Martin Luther, Malcolm X. I'm officially the freshest, don't dare forget. I'm gone momentarily, don't bury me yet. Like Ali got, I got it titled back, compare me to that. When the world needed till, ask where he was at. But when he needs something back, fade to black. Talk behind his back, you a hater for that. I don't expect nothing less. In the game of chess, you think 5 moves ahead and not behind. Jumped up, cheered when I got my time. Like, yeah, 1 whole year I got the grind. But get me losing off your mind. Shouting, may I remind you that it ain't enough for who done been through what I've been through. Time after time again, you better get some in you. When you said it was over for him and you thought it could continue to floss, here's to your memory loss, sucker. Hey, don't forget, shouting. Hey, don't forget, shouting. Yeah, yeah. Remember this, shouting. They say, out of sight, out of mind. And 9 times out of 10 men, out of pocket, out of line. You do a bid, everybody that you outshine. Then your old lady fade, talking about how she got fine. She say she trying to get away, he say about time. Right now we all thinking, damn, hoping not mine. But when it lights out for you and you're locked down, ain't no telling whether or not your lady went and got down with the cross town, cause he hot now. Ripping up your love letters, lifting up a nightgown. Right now somebody baby mama getting piped down. Kids in the next room listening, mama pipe down. The thought hurt, don't it? But maybe she's strong enough for ain't get that lonely cause you wasn't gone long enough. But it's just a temporary setback. It's on when I get back. Please don't forget that. For everybody, man, who thought I was gone forever. Partner, it's a year and a day and counting, you understand that? By the time you hear this, I'll probably be halfway home. Now remember that, sucker.
God let me forgive, never let me forget. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. You want beef with the king? What is you gonna do? We back, baby. This is Hood Tales with ConeHead coming to you live and direct. Early bird special once again. And once again, it's on. Man, I'd like to thank everybody who support this podcast, the YouTube channel, and everything in between. If you're on my YouTube channel, Hood Tales of ConeHead, like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You'll get all the uploads. You'll get all the podcast episodes. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 160. We keep it going. We keep it moving. No matter what the world try to create, to cause chaos in my life, I'm going to keep pushing and I'm going to keep doing my thing. This is episode 160. Make an impact and you'll always be remembered. That intro is a song by Clifford Harris Jr., aka T.I., aka Tip. This is a throwback from an old mixtape, him and Mary J. Blige, called Don't Forget. And basically why I use that one for the intro is because sometimes dealing with life and dealing with circumstances, you tend to be forgotten about, slept on, or, not recognized. So sometimes you have to, shake the world up, make your presence felt, make it be known that, hey, I am who I am. I be's who I be's. It be me and Alex Bubba. But yeah, so like I do my best to try to, pay homage to those who have made an impact in my life, especially, all the, men and women who throughout the years have been, supportive, been there, kind words, positive influences, I'm really one day praying to God I get to meet Les Brown and I get to meet Dr. Eric Thomas, because I love to have them as my mentors, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really made an impact in my life throughout the years, as far as like even from my childhood growing up, and my mother introducing me to Les Brown, and I found out about Dr. Eric Thomas on my own, going through a situation when I was living out of town. Was in a horrible spot, but listening to that inspiration and the things that he been through, like Les Brown and him, but both basically was homeless. They've been homeless before, went through so much trial and tribulation, and now, they're top of the game. If you go check out, their stories, if you going through a time in life and you dealing with a lot and it's becoming overwhelming outside of praying and talking to God, sometimes it doesn't hurt to listen to someone else's life story who made it through and overcame the adversities and the obstacles that life presents to you or them on a regular basis. So, I truly believe that, you do right, you get right. You do wrong, sometimes you get right too. Just depending on the circumstances. Because, in the eyes of a person who lives by the, the straight and narrow, or walk the line, or, what they consider, what's the word I want to use? Law abiding, that's cool. But sometimes, you have to bend the rules a little bit. You have to break a few eggs to get your omelet, like they say. And sometimes you have to break the law to get ahead in life. It just all depends on what you're going and what you're doing it for. But I'm glad to know that when I reflect on my life and to think about the things that I've done and the people who I've ran across throughout the years, I'm blessed to know that I made an impact in these people's lives. Because sometimes I had to hear from people who were standing back watching from the shadows. They're like, man, you just don't understand, man. You motivated me to do X, Y, and Z. And, I never encourage or push anyone to get in the streets or hustle or anything like that. I've always been the one who told people to go to school, even though I didn't walk that line. But I encourage a lot of people to, especially the kids, and especially the situations that I've been a part of when I was dating and, situationships with certain women who had children. I always did my best not to be overbearing or step in and try to be these people fathers and shit like that. I just was trying to be a positive male figure that they can look up to, and if they need to come ask questions and want to learn some things, Lord's will, I was able to give them sound advice and help them, achieve certain things and pursue certain things. Because, my story is my story and their story is their story. But when it's all said and done, as long as I was able to make an impact and tell them something that they can take with them, from their youth to their adulthood, that's the whole purpose of it, is to make a positive impact. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't always have to get, the cheer from the crowd or the roar of the crowd. You can just do these things in silence and just let God bless you with your reward. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes people like the attention, and I've never really been a person that like attention. I've always been a private person. I've always been a laid back person, and I've always, kind of been a loner, be to myself, not really big on crowds and being around a lot of people, unless it's close, my circle or whatever. But I'm so thankful that I was able to, help those individual youth and also help adults and people, from family, extended family, strangers, the congregation at the church, when I was able to talk to some of those people. And, God, God took me through a lot of things to give me testimonies to help people, adjust and change and believe, And so that's why I say, don't ever take things that people do for you for granted, and don't ever take people for granted. I do my best to try to do what I can, and, I'm still having a hard time of accepting help. That's like, y'all pray for me on that one, because that's just the hardest thing for me to do. Because I just know I can do these things myself, you know what I'm saying? And I have to remember, he put me in the path to help other people. And I have to understand that he put people in my path to help me. And I just, I ask and pray every day, like, God, help me get up out this situation I'm in. Like, I really feel played with that judge, and how the judge just wasted like almost a year of my time dealing with this circumstance. And I had to take drastic measures now. I have to put that paperwork on her ass now. So I'm gonna pray over my complaints, and I'm gonna mail them, I'm gonna write them up, put the information in, show what I got, and I'm gonna pray and ask God, the right person get my paperwork, see my complaint, read it, get a good response, and go from there. Because like I say, I've lost so much in almost a year of time just trying to get it in order, just for it to fall in my face. And I'm sitting there looking crazy, because I'm like, man, I did all this moving and shaking, and I did all this, everything that was requested of me to do, and I still haven't received what was promised to me. So I'm gonna have to be so diligent and stay on my shit and get shit done, because I'm not quitting and I ain't giving up. Fuck that. Like, I know God's setting it up for something big. He has to, because there ain't no way I'm going through all this shit just to be stuck in a rut or whatever, live mediocre and all that. Like, that ain't. I've always dreamed big and always had big and desired big and always pursued big. And like, everybody's entitled to how they want to live their life. I live my life the way I want. I want what I want. I love what I love, and I like what I like. And I understand everybody don't understand the things that I want, but that's just for me, because I believe that is for me. If I can see it in my physical presence, then I can achieve it and obtain it as well. Like, I don't have to have the mindset of, okay, because I come from this background, that I'm only supposed to just get to this level and that's just it. Like, nah. Like, Derrick Henry, I seen him grow up as a kid. That boy is a multi-millionaire playing football in the NFL. You can catch him on Sundays. He played Friday night, Saturdays, and Sundays. And that's a dream of his. So that's an example of someone that you can look at and say, man, I remember that little boy played Pop 1 of football. Went from Pop 1 of football to playing football with the school. Went from playing football with the school to breaking, he has the most rushing yards in the state of Florida for a high school player all time. I think he got like almost 14 to 15,000 yards rushing, and went from playing football in Yulee to getting recruited by Roll Tide, Alabama, Nick Saban, to get there and make an impact. And them boys won a fucking national championship. He won the Heisman. He accomplished a lot of things because of his belief in God and his belief in how he was raised and what his grandmother instilled in him, man, his mom and dad, you know what I'm saying? And then to get on that stage and get that Heisman and thank God first, not what he done and not this and that. He thought God first. And that was the thing that stood out to me the most when he did his speech for receiving that award. Then you get drafted, and then you go to your team, and then like you start off slow, and you know you're having where they were talking about cutting you and everything like that, and then just to turn around, get with Eddie George, he helped you learn how to be a big back, because Eddie George was a big back too, coming out of college into the pros, and played with the Titans until he retired. And then the amazing thing is like to see little cuz turn around and like his name up there, you know what I'm saying? Like he up there talk with like the greats. Like that boy did his thing, was had the most rushing yards in the season, all that good stuff. But it was just all about the belief factor. And that's why I believe what I believe. Like I desire the things that I desire, and I'm gonna accomplish and I'm gonna achieve. As long as God give me air in my lungs and a beat in my heart and that mindset to persevere and overcome any obstacle, and shit, I'm destined to get it. You know what I'm saying? And when y'all see me, and when it's up, just remember I told y'all on here, and I told the people who close to me in person that yeah, this is what I'm gonna have. These are the things that I'm gonna achieve. Like I will not rest until God allows me to accomplish these things. And I pray every day that God give me another chance to keep going, to get closer and closer to my dreams and get closer and closer to my goals, open up my businesses. I had a blessed 2023, even though it was overshadowed with a whole bunch of bullshit. I really honestly had a blessed 2023. Like, I achieved and I accomplished things, you know what I'm saying? Like, to get the DOT number, that was a major accomplishment. To get certain things that I had on my list for 2023 accomplished. I didn't get everything, but I got some, and that's just the start. So for 2024, I wrote a new list. I got everything kind of mapped out. Like I got to start small and then grow my shit all the way until where I can actually physically do everything that I would love to do. And watch, I'll be back on that road, talking my shit on my podcast while I'm doing them courier deliveries and shit like that. Watch and see. It's gonna happen. It's just, timing. Timing is everything. And you have to understand, all you have is time. Time comes and time goes. And you don't want to waste it. You don't want to, like I could easily be in a state of disappointment and depression and sad and, looking at all the shit that done happened over the last 7-8 years and just be down and like, man, fuck this shit and kick the can down the street. But I'd have too much fire in my soul to be great. I have too much fire in my soul to be a dominant force in God's world that he created for us to all enjoy and live. You know what I'm saying? And I respect those who bust their ass and go to work. But God built me to be an entrepreneur, and he built me to be my own boss. Working for somebody else just doesn't work for me. And I see that the apps that I put in, I got a couple of emails back. And then the crazy thing, I haven't heard I ain't heard shit from nobody. And I was like, God, well, like, I, did this, right? I applied for this. You know what I'm saying? I even applied to be a fucking park ranger. I think that shit would have been dope if I would have been able to get on and be right around with the Safari Sam outfit on. I'd have had the hat and all kind of shit. I would have been fly as fuck out there as a park ranger. You know what I'm saying? I think that shit would have been cool. Because I love nature. I love the water. I'm a water baby, man. I love being out by the water. I love sitting out there and just watching and just listening and just have that calm, relaxed spirit, like how it has to be. So, like I say, man, you just got to make an impact. Like, I appreciate everybody who made an impact on my life. And I appreciate those who I was allowed to make an impact on their life. So, like I say, man, you just gotta go for what you know and go after what you love. And like I say, I love the courier business. I love logistics. I love all delivery. I love all that. I love driving. Like, that's the thing. Like, I love it. Like, if you can just close your eyes and just envision just going from city to city or state to state and just seeing different environments, and some look familiar and some are different. Like when I would go to Savannah to do my route, and then it would take me from Savannah, Richmond, South Carolina, Port Royal, South Carolina, and Beaufort, South Carolina, and it's not that far from here. And so it's just crazy, like, to go and then hit the Statesboro and all, Renacon and all that in Georgia, like going west from Savannah, It was just dope. And then I'm inside. It's crazy because I would go 3 states to work. I would go from Florida, Georgia to South Carolina. And it was kind of cool. It was a restaurant right beside the hub where I would, pick up my orders from, and I would go in there and eat. I like doing shit like that, diners, little mom and pop restaurants, things like that. And I go eat in those places and just feel the energy of the area and the surroundings, and just be cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing like it. Like, even when I used to travel by myself and like go out from state to state to bust a move and hit a lick or work a jug or whatever, and just to go in these different places. And I'm the type of person, like, I want to see the city. I want to see, like, I never forget the first time I ever drove from Florida to Memphis, Tennessee, and that was just an amazing. It was an amazing trip. I was in a I was in a the fuck kind of car I had. I think I had like a Taurus or something, a Ford Taurus. They busted because they broke in my fucking rental car and stole shit out my car. And they did that to me and about 8 other cars that was in a line. And I'm talking about, I had a room window where I could see the parking lot where my vehicle was parked at. And I never forget when I went downstairs, all that shit was, he stole my laptop and everything. But I rode around with Memphis. I passed by Graceland, which was Elvis's home when he was alive, and it was just amazing. Like, the rendezvous. If you ever go to Memphis by Beale Street, go to Rendezvous. They have some of the best barbecue. You know what I'm saying? And just so many memories that I have of just driving. Like, when I went to Houston, Dallas, Tempe, Arizona, Cali, from Santa Monica, LA, Vegas. Man, I'm talking about, I've seen a lot and been around Oklahoma, Montana, and I was doing the trucker thing when I would go to those 2 places. But it was just so dope, hit them truck stops and just see, different environments and different ways of people living. And Quick Trip was one of the big truck stops, and I'm talking about, we go to the Quick Trip, sit down, eat, and me and my homeboy, shout out to Lil Miami, my dog Rob, you know what I'm saying, and he allowed me to drive for him and help him with his trucking business, and just to see how the average trucker lives and the things they experience and how you have behind the scenes, and it just even motivated me even more. So that's why I say, like, make an impact, and you'll always be remembered. He made an impact in my life in the streets back in the day. Like, just like my brother from another mother, Will, shout out to him. We sending prayers to Mom Dukes, you know, that she has a successful surgery, that she comes out, you know, healed, and get back to being mom, you know what I'm saying? So we want to send prayers to Will's mom. She had surgery, I think, this morning or sometime today. So we're going to ask the angels of protection to go before her and let the hand of the doctor be steady, who does the surgeon, or the surgeon who does the surgery, that he has the hand of God, that everything that he does is blessed, that whatever surgery she's having, that it's a successful one in the end. And like my cousin Robbie, shout out to him and the Taylor family. My brother Sugadale and the DeShields family, shout out to them. The homie, the Morris family, shout out to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the Rock Boo Boo, cousin Boo Boo, and you know, just, you know, and all the street people to the regular 9 to 5, shout out to y'all. Thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? Elle, Keisha, Tanya, Aunt Lady, Nietzsche, Colette, Auntie Sandra, Auntie Gloria, all my cousins, all my nieces and nephews, Uncle Left Coast, Free, Little Big Brother, aka Big, Free Heart of the Streets, till the streets is free, Nephew Don, Phil, Thunchi, Twins, man, Mel Beanie, aka Beanie Man, Hello, Op, you know what I'm saying, Brother Stu, Brother E, AT&T E, my dog Fish Pop, Brother Matt, man, cousin Doug, Shell, man, Jigga. Shout out to Jigga, my nigga. Shit, man. Damn, Brother Ed. Shit, man. There's so many people that I you know what I'm saying. Grandma in LA. Shout out to Grandma. My boy Stick to the Script. My nigga Script out there on that road. I'll be joining you soon, my boy. Cyrus. Simon Mosley. Fat Ass. Muffin Man. Wayman. Fonton. JP. Smitty, shit, man. Like I say, so many people made an impact. I have thousands of people I could shout out and thank, but you know, just because I didn't shout you out, don't mean that you didn't make an impact in my life. And one thing I also want to say is, man, keep God first, keep pushing, don't stop until you get what you desire, and I promise you, it'll all work out in the end. This is Hood Tales with ConeHead, and like I say, man, like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You get everything. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the people who listen. And, you know, I rock with y'all. And if you don't rock with me, if you pray for my downfall, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Who God bless, no man can curse. And I'm out.
Hustle Zone MLK.
To remember me.
Let's get 'em, man. Hey, don't forget, Sean. Hey, remember this. Hey, don't forget, Sean. King, modern day Martin Luther, Malcolm X. I'm officially the freshest, don't dare forget. I'm gone momentarily, don't bury me yet. Like Ali got, I got it title back apparently to that. When the world needed till, ask where he was at. But when he needs something back, fade to black. Talk behind his back, you a hater for that. I don't expect nothing less. In the game with chess, you think 5 moves ahead and not behind. Jumped up, cheered when I got my time. Like, yeah, 1 whole year I got the grind. But get me losing off your mind. Shouting, may I remind you that it ain't enough for who done been through what I've been through. Time after time again, you better get some you. When you said it was over for him and you thought it could continue to floss, here's to your memory loss, sucker. Hey, don't forget, shouting. Hey, don't forget, shouting. Yeah, yeah. Remember this, shouting. They say, out of sight, out of mind. And 9 times out of 10 men, out of pocket, out of line. You do a bid, everybody that you outshine. Then your old lady Faye talking about how she got fine. She say she trying to get away, he say about time. Right now we all thinking, damn, hoping not mine. But when it lights out for you and you're locked down, ain't no telling whether or not your lady went and got down with the cross town, cause he hot now. Ripping up your love letters, lifting up a nightgown. Right now somebody baby mama getting piped down. Kids in the next room listening, mama pipe down. The thought hurt, don't it? But maybe she's strong enough for ain't get that lonely cause you wasn't gone long enough. But true, it's just a temporary setback. It's on when I get back. Please don't forget that. Partner, it's a year and a day and counting, you understand that? By the time you hear this, I'll probably be halfway home. Now remember that, sucker.
No, they don't.
You on to something. I think you on to something.
Nah, they lying.